Hey everyone, welcome back to another video and happy New Year's Eve. Tomorrow for us here in Australia will be New Year's, be a brand new year, 2025. What a crazy, crazy year it has been. So much has gone on, so much has taken place. And I guess I personally just wanted to say thank you to all of you once more for continuing to support the show, continuing to tune in. Yes, I had a goal of 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year. That's not going to happen. That's still okay. There's still another year. There's still lots more work to do. And who knows, next year could be the year that I hit 1 million subscribers. We never know these things until we keep persisting, until we keep doing the thing that we're supposed to be doing on a continual basis. You know, I have a saying, be persistent to remain consistent are the things that you want. And I want to do this. I want to help. I want to continue sharing stories with each and every one of you. Yes, I know many of the stories that I share aren't exactly pleasant, but who's going to expose all the lies, all the corruption, right? Who's going to share if the mainstream media isn't telling the truth? Who's actually going to be the one to tell the truth? And I know there's many people out there that are like me, that are trying to do the exact same thing, and I commend and I applaud all of them. So I am wishing every single one of you a fantastic new year. I can't wait to see what the new year brings. I've got lots of exciting plans in the mix. I'm launching my first ever product next year. So keep an eye out for that, especially if you guys are in Australia. That will be specific to you guys, and just so many more incredible, wonderful things. And one of the other things that I'm excited about, which is pretty much the reason for this video, is why I believe transgenderism won't survive next year. Why I believe that it's officially going to end next year. First reason is, well, you look at the election that took place in America. Under Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, transgenderism thrived because the leadership allowed it to thrive. The leadership promoted it. The leadership celebrated it. When you have a leadership that does that, what do you think is going to actually happen to the crazy woke mob that are also celebrated? You know, they're put up to the forefront of society. You can't not see them, essentially. Joe Biden, number of times, had Dylan Mulvaney. He had so many other people that claimed to be trans that shared this viewpoint that I want to be something that I'm actually not. You know, that is a problem. To me, at least, when I look at it, I am not only disgusted by it, but I am also worried because young kids are watching that and thinking that that's okay. If the leadership does it, it has a trickle down effect. So the first reason why I believe that transgenderism won't survive next year is because Trump was elected into office. And one of the big things that won him the election was to do with transgenderism, keeping men out of women only spaces, stop indoctrinating young kids with woke ideologies that no kid should ever be overtly sexualized in the way that the radical woke left were doing. Lying to young kids and saying to young kids that you can be whatever you dream up, and that includes changing your biological sex, which we know is not possible. So teachers, they got away with it. Psychologists were told to affirm, 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 nonstop, right? So this messaging from the woke left, a lot of people have had enough in the US, and they finally decided to go, nah, enough is enough of this crazy, ridiculous, over the top nonsense known as transgenderism. Transgenderism, I believe, has had its time in the sun. It's been publicized more times than we even care about. And well, Trump has said that he's going to end the butchery and the madness to the likes of young kids. If you're an adult, you're safe. You're fine. If you want to continue the madness as an adult, you're more than welcome to continue the madness as an adult. No one's stopping you from continuing down that path. But the likes of young kids, which the medical body were trying to push, there's this surgeon, I believe, I'm about to make another video about this particular surgeon because I think he needs to be exposed. He's trying to perform the most amount of surgeries to young kids before Trump takes office. You know why? because not only is he delusional, sick, twisted, vile, and evil and despicable, but he's trying to get a lot of money. Because to do these surgeries, it costs a lot. He knows that. And so before it gets banned, he's going to start chopping off healthy body parts of young kids. And he's going to feel no remorse whatsoever because he's being paid millions to do it. That to me just is despicable. He should be sued into oblivion and thrown into prison, if you ask me. That's where all these lies and these butchers belong. I know it's a saying from Jordan Peterson, prison for the lies and the butchers, the ones that have lied consistently to young kids, especially those teachers, the indoctrination. See, you can change the next generation, and I've always said this, by educating the kids. What you decide to teach the young kids will impact their brain and their learning environment. Obviously, if it is changed to suit what the woke mad people want, what do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to take place? What do you think these young kids are going to believe and start doing? TikTok, especially. TikTok has been a hole. And who knows what's going to take place under Trump? He said that he might not ban it. He may continue the ban. But if TikTok does get banned, I don't think transgenderism will survive in 2025. Again, I'll say that it's had its time in the sun. Under Trump, the right kind of leadership from the top down, you need to start setting an example. And that example is one of sanity, reason, rationale, and science. Believing in science once again, even though the medical body has been so indoctrinated and they blindly and willingly allow all these irreversible surgeries, the whole notion of gender affirming care, which we know is not actually care. It's harm. It's butchery. It hurts young kids because no young kid is able to consent to going on puberty blockers or even hormones, nothing of the sort. So why are we ramming it or forcing it down a young kid's throat? To say that you, because you say that you are, that is true. Not a second thought in the matter. Just go ahead and do it, Sonny. Go ahead and do it, Timmy. It's all about what the kid wants, not about what's right, not about what's decent, not about what's sane or common sense. That's gone out the window, but it's going to be brought back under Trump. That's what I think a lot of Americans liked. The fact that he spoke the truth. He spoke what a lot of people in America are thinking. The insane notion that men can compete against women and then take women's trophies or take a woman's opportunity to excel in sport. That's madness. Under Trump, that's going to be done away with. More than that, I think the messaging surrounding transgenderism is falling away. People are waking up. People are starting to notice how ridiculous this is. Like even in my like circles here in Australia, you have conversations with people, and sure, there's the odd couple that will say, oh, no, we need to be respectful. We need to be kind and we need to let kids do whatever they want to do and all that sort of stuff. You have those people, right? But for the majority of people that I speak to, and I know, because whenever I get asked, what do? I say, oh, I do lots of things, which is true. And then when they ask me and they drill down even further, I'll tell them, I cover issues in the world. And one of those issues is transgenderism, the trans agenda. I'm trying to force this lie down young kids' throats. I'm against that. I can't do anything about adults. I can say that it's wrong and I don't believe in it, but the likelihood of them listening to me is like minuscule. For young kids, I hope that the messaging sticks with them, that they realize and they understand that this is not good for you. And if it's anything that I've seen, and here's another reason why transgenderism won't survive in 2025 is because a lot of young kids are waking up. They're realizing what they've done to themselves is not healthy. And if the young kids, Gen Zers and Gen Alpha, if they're starting to wake up and smell the roses and realize, hey, sanity makes a lot more sense than insanity. There's more and more young people that are waking up and realizing, what have I done to myself? What have I done? So if the young people get online and start sharing videos of their personal experiences of what's taken place, the small little minority group is just going to continue to get smaller and smaller and smaller until it's not heard from again. And I think that's the best thing for society, because the transgender agenda at one point, they were saying, oh, we just want to be accepted and we want to be left alone. But then it became this radical movement. Then it became political. Here in Australia, we're so far behind the 8 ball, man. And I believe under Trump, things are going to start changing next year here in Australia, because we have an election. People are fed up and sick of Albanese. They don't want him here anymore as our leader. They want him gone because he's pathetic. He's a pathetic excuse of a leader. And that's what I mean. When you have a pathetic excuse of a leader like Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, and Justin Trudeau, and all these other woke monkeys that are just corrupt as corruption gets, you're going to have issues on your hands. But when you finally uproot the corruption and you allow good to come back in, corruption falls away. It's done away with. And I know these things are sort of like cyclical, as like it feels like it. But to me, it seems like we're on a good trajectory at the moment to end what was the left claimed to be sane, but we saw it as insane. The vast majority of us, that is. So look forward to 2025, my friends, as I don't believe, and I could be wrong, but from what I've seen of late, it looks to me like the more voices that we have speaking up, speaking out about this, the more we outweigh the voices of this small little minority group that just wants to wreck society. It's not about, you know, them feeling safe and secure, and that those are all buzzwords, right? It's about what they want first and foremost. They want total control. They won't stop until us as sane people are made to believe in their lie. And guess what? They may be afraid because Trump's in office, but he's not coming after them. He's coming after the ideology. He's coming after the lie. And that is the right kind of leader. You leave people to think and do whatever they want to do, right? As adults. And as far as I'm concerned, if you want to do it past the age of 25, wow. But anyway, that's your own free will to do whatever you choose in that regard. But I believe that change is coming and it's going to be good change. So my friends, look forward to 2025 once more. I can't wait. Can you? Have a great New Year's, my friends. Celebrate with your friends and your family. And oftentimes I think it's good to reflect on the year that has been. There's a lot that's taken place in even just a couple of months, a couple of days even. But just reflect with those that you love and you care about on what an amazing year it has been. I've achieved a lot and I hope to achieve a lot more next year as well, God willing. Take care, my friends. See you all in the new year. Be blessed.